see why it's a festival version. Stray Kids' new project This and That is supposed to be a departure from their noisy style that they've been placed into. As a music producer, I'm gonna listen and point stuff out to you, but here's my 3 predictions for this album as well. 1, the title track will have an electric piano. 2, they can't quit the noise. I think these tracks will still have noisy elements. And 3, one of these songs will have a beat switch to a different genre. Now let's listen to Run It. Off the bat, I'm loving these orchestral drums. These drums are doing really well to set the scene.
Go, oh, oh, oh.
Now here's why the chorus feels so anthemic. Look at this chord progression. It goes 1, 2, 3 where it continuously climbs, then it goes to the 5 and 7, and both of these chords really want to resolve to that first chord we played. And for the second half of the chords, it repeats that 1, 2, 3 climb before stepping back to the 2. So this is also pulling you towards home, it's just not letting you land there yet. And that push-pull rise is what makes this chorus feel so anthemic. Now Run It has been out for over a month, so this is really just a warm-up. Let's get into the title track, This and That.
Everything I do, multiply by 2. I got this and that, this and that. We could take a coupe or a truck, vroom, vroom. I got this.
First of all, I think I strongly misunderstood what chill and laid back was supposed to mean for this track. Second, this bass line is doing crazy work. I just love all that start-stop, the pausing, stuttering. It just sounds so good and it adds so much groove. Let's hear what else there is.
I'ma rip the show and hit the studio. I do this and that, this and that.
No disrespect to 3 Racha, but this song is very Stray Kids coded. It might not be as noisy as normal, but this still sounds like Stray Kids. And I love those wide chords hitting right here. They're doing a lot to add tension and fill up that space. While that song is everything I wanted to hear, let's listen to After You to see if their sound changed.
멈출 수 없어 and I can't survive. Yeah, I swear I tried.
I love the EDM direction they took here. It's giving Chainsmokers. I was a little surprised by this intro guitar. Because that is definitely a departure from their noise sound.
But I'm up all night and I don't know what to do. How can I breathe the same after you?
And these really short chords playing. Super EDM sounding. Now let's listen to that chorus again. Listen to those chords again. This pulsing sound effect is called sidechain. Now producers use sidechain so that each element has its own space to perform. Think of it like 2 puzzle pieces going together. You can see that where the kick is playing, there's no chords, and where the chords are playing, there's no kick. When you listen to it all together, it makes perfect sense. So now we've had a noisy track and an EDM track. Let's see what farming sounds like.
Yeah, do farming every day, no sleep. Coffee on the right side, XP. From the dirt to the light, yeah, it's sleep.
So you might be wondering, why does this flute sound so eerie? These gray notes highlight the key we're in, and you can see this C note is not in the key we're in. Combined with its playing next to this C sharp, which is in the key, it creates this really dissonant sound, and you have 3 notes playing in a row, all next to each other. Of course, this sounds unsettling. So farming returns to that noise sound again. So what I'm noticing for the track so far is we have melodic, noise, melodic, noise. So if I had to guess, the next track is melodic. Let's listen to I Do.
I do feel the same pain as you. Every sigh, every word I do
I love this rock and roll, kind of punk feeling of the track, and it's thanks to that electric guitar. I'm definitely not Sriracha, but I honestly wanted to hear that guitar walk down at the end. I wanted to hear something like this. Now here's what the track actually plays. But again, it's music, everyone's got their preference, and that's what makes this song different.
Like a sandcastle in the rising tide. All the dreams we try so hard to hide.
I'm definitely counting that as a beat switch. We went from a rock and punk sounding track to a chill rap beat. So again, this was that melodic track we predicted. So now we have melodic, noise, melodic, noise, melodic. So the next one should be noise. Let's see if they keep that trend. It's safe to say this is a departure from the noise sound. We have very acoustic sounds, the obvious one being that guitar in the intro, but a not so obvious one is these drum sounds. This snare and hi-hat especially lock in that acoustic sound.
Time. Just set me free.
I'm a big fan of this section, and what's happening is actually really subtle. The drums are pitched down just ever so slightly, really changing the feeling of the track. For example, these are the hi-hats pitched normally. But here's what they actually sound like pitched down for this section. Like I said, it's super subtle, but listen to this section again now.
Just set me free. There was no...
So we broke that pattern of melodic noise. So now let's see what back then has to offer.
우리 같이 웃었던 날 영화를 틀어놓고.
To be honest, for this track, I don't have much to say. I do love the track's simplistic nature, and again, that departure from Stray Kids' noisy sound, but it feels unnecessary to tell you that there's a guitar, a bass, and the drums. But with that in mind, let's listen to the festival version of This and That.
Vroom vroom, I got this and that, this and that. Cappuccino and Americano.
I'm a big fan of like this dubstep sounding fill.
This and that, this and that.
Having this hardstyle sounding Stray Kids was not on my bingo card. This kick and bass just drilling in the chorus. I see why it's a festival version. This is just straight up headbanging and mosh pit music. This track really well blends EDM production choices, like the crazy synth sounds, drum fills, transitions, hard style, and overall arrangement, as well as the noisiness of Stray Kids. Even though it's a wall of sound, you can still definitely appreciate it, and if you see this song live, you'll definitely understand what I'm talking about, because songs like this make the crowd act crazy. I love this album, but I love even more Stray Kids proving they can make so much more than that noise genre they've been placed into, and in fact, they can make this and that. So while the title track didn't have an electric piano, there was a beat switch, there was still noise in some of the tracks, but overall, this was an excellent album and I loved the production. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.